Hello cinephiles and welcome to What I Watched Last Month, a monthly series where I talk about what I watched last month. It's in the name, you could have guessed that. But this is the first episode, so excited for you to join me here. But the first movie of 2026 was Marty Supreme. Now, since I live in the UK, Marty Supreme released on the 1st of January. Don't know why, it's kind of annoying, but oh well. I watched it on the 1st of January. This is a very good film, but the thing is, I think I was manipulated by the marketing, because the marketing so good, genuinely. Shout out to chalamet, shout out to everyone who did the marketing, amazing job, well done. But I think the fact the marketing sold the movie so well is the reason I rated it so high, because when I left I was like, I'm gonna rate this a 4 or a 4.5. I went with 4.5 because I did enjoy it quite a lot, but I think I will have to revisit this in a few months so I can like remove it from the marketing, because I'm sure if I watched Barbie when they was doing all that marketing, I would have loved Barbie. But I watched Barbie like a year after it released, and I was like, this is not a good movie. So I think I will revisit this in like March or something, and I'll probably give it a 4, or maybe I'll like it more and be like, oh yeah, this is a 5. But after the recent controversy between the two Safdie brothers, I used to prefer Benny. He just seemed more interesting, like because he does acting as well as directing. But I think it's changed to Josh. He's my favourite brother. I love when Josh makes the same movie 3 times. It's just it's good. I hope in the future he does something different than just a bad person walking around New York, just being an asshole to people. And I hope Ben has a reality check. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm ill. And I finished Stranger Things, since for some reason they released this on New Year's Eve. Who would do that? And as well as that, it just released in the UK at like 5 in the morning or something, I don't know. So I watched this the day after, and you know what? I enjoyed it. I think I view this show as something different than other people view it, because I just view it as like a fun show. You know, it's just these kids and they fight monsters. That's what I view it as. It's just a fun show. But people like, they really deep this, and I'm not that kind of person. I just like these fun relatable characters fight bad guy. That's it. A few years ago, if you don't like Stranger Things, you are a freaking idiot. Like, what is wrong with you? How do you not like Stranger Things? But now, you're an idiot if you do like Stranger Things. So I watched this, I enjoyed it. There was some aspects I obviously didn't like the sister, and like 11 is terrible in this. But apart from that, I enjoyed this. It was fun to watch. It wasn't like the best thing ever. I'm not saying this is like The Godfather or like Breaking Bad or whatever. I enjoyed it, and I just thought it was cool. You know, I think people are still stuck on nostalgia of the first 3 seasons, and this was my mindset. I was like, this is a cool season. I don't really understand why people don't like this. Like, the writing is a bit weird, but they're trying to emulate the like 80s vibe. That's what they're doing. That's why the writing is like that. But then I watched the newest Drew Gooden video last night, and yeah, I can kind of understand why people don't like this. Do you know when you watch something, you're like, oh, this is good, and then you check the reviews and you're like, did I miss something? That's what was going through my head while watching. I was like, oh yeah, I'm an idiot. So I will probably, I want to rewatch this to get like a new opinion, but I also don't want to, because like, I don't want to watch the whole show again, but also like, do I just watch season 4 and season 5? Like, I don't know what to do. I think I will probably just rewatch this in like a few years or something. I'll probably like get nostalgia for it and go, yeah, sure, I'll watch that again. But yeah, I think I will change this rating. And then since it's winter, it's all snowy, I decided to watch The Thing. But I just don't understand why this is like one of the best films of all time. Like, I enjoyed watching it, and it's a cool premise, but the whole film is just kind of like, this person gets killed, and then they're like, okay, let's kill the monster, and then it escapes. Then someone gets killed, and like, okay, well, let's kill the monster, and then someone dies, and then they're like, well, let's kill the monster, and it continues going. Because I really wanted to enjoy this because it's like a classic. It just got a bit boring seeing the same thing over and over again, and then like, it's the big ending, and it's just the same thing. Someone dies, let's kill the monster. Someone dies, let's kill the monster. And then boom, building blows up. They just kind of sit down for a bit, and then it just ends. I was like, wait, what? Is that the end? Are we serious? That's how the whole film ends. Because I was gonna rate this a 4, but that ending annoyed me so much. Like, what are we doing? How does it just end like that? So I rated it 3.5 because of that ending. You could have done so much with this core concept, and I just think like the stuff they did do was just kind of lazy and basic. I think they will release Among Us the movie in like a few years, so that will probably be better. Okja? I think it's Okja. I don't know how to say it. I have a strange relationship with Bong Joon-ho, the director. As I watched Parasite, I was like, this is amazing. I watched Mickey 17, I was like, it's alright. When going into this, I was like, am I gonna think this is alright or think this is amazing? And I thought it was alright. Like, you have like a sweet, wholesome story about this girl and some big hippo thing. But again, it's just so basic. It's just kind of like, evil corporation are bad and normal people are good, and that's just it. And his films, they're mainly like a thriller or drama or whatever, but then they have just a little bit of comedy, and I do like that little bit of comedy. I think it adds and makes the film a lot less boring, because if it didn't have the comedy, I would probably rate this lower because it's very basic, but I think the comedy aspects helps it give it more character to it. But so far the ratio for his movies is not really good. And then I watched Mother, not the Bong Joon-ho. I realised there's 2 movies called Mother. It's one with Jennifer Aniston, not Aniston. The only reason I watched it was because of Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem, obviously. And I didn't realise while watching it, it was directed by Darren Aronofsky. I was gonna try and like pretend I knew how to say his name, but I don't know. Darren Aronofsky, yeah. You know, Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan, good movies, and watched Black Swan. And from my knowledge, he's a good director. And then the other day, I saw that he's making an AI show, purely AI generated visuals, How the Great Have Fallen. Why are you doing that, man? You've made some of the best films ever. And then you're like, okay, I can't be bothered anymore. But no, back to the movie. This is a good movie. My only problem is you can make a great movie, have a great premise, great writing, great story, great acting, great everything. But if the pacing is just like either too slow or too fast, it completely ruins the movie. This film like Miranda's like so much. Is Miranda the right word? I think it is. It's like Miranda's when like a river, like it curves. Miranda. The movie starts. It has a slow start, and I think it does that on purpose. Like, you're not supposed to know what's about to happen. Similar to Requiem for a Dream, that starts off fine, and then it slowly gets more evil. I assume Black Swan's the same, and I thought that was good. It's just like, it's so slow. Like, to get from part A to part B, it just kind of takes too long. At first you're like, oh, Javier Bardem is just a bad person and Jennifer Lawrence has to deal with it. People come in the house, oh, there's another person. Oh, there's another person. Oh, and it just continues and it just continues and it takes so long. It's just like, yes, we know there's more people coming to the house. You don't have to show each individual person. And it just takes so long to get from, oh no, there's one person in the house to, oh, there's 50 million people in the house. By the end, it's just not as impactful because that ending scene with the baby is crazy. And you can't talk about this movie without doing like biblical references, because the biblical references crazy. With like Javier Bardem being God and Jennifer Lawrence being Mother Nature. You know, Javier Bardem's, he's creating everything. He has the people worship him, and then Jennifer Lawrence fixes her house, tries to help the people, but the people just treat her like that. And then like, yeah, Ed Harris. I was gonna say Ed Helms, but it's Ed Harris. He is scary. Like, I would be uncomfortable just having him there. He's so scary looking. I don't know what I think it's his eyes. Like, I'm looking at pictures of him now. He's so scary looking. Him and Michelle Pfeiffer, they're like Adam and Eve. And then like she breaks the little crystal. The crystal is the apple. Adam and Eve. Good reference. And it's cool. Like that's well done. And I love that. It's just like, maybe just cut like 20 minutes out and like rewrite it a bit. Like, this doesn't need to be 2 hours. Like, an hour 40 would be good for this. Like, I think I would have really enjoyed this, but it's just like Jojo Rabbit. I find it so funny that Taika Waititi, like, he wrote this film just for him to play Hitler. Like, I love it. Like, that's like the filmmaking dream. Demolition, I only know it from the dance scene where he's like dancing on the train, he's listening to music, and then like people edit like We Are Charlie Kirk on it or whatever. But yeah, this pretty good. He just kind of breaks stuff and then hangs out with some kid. Eternity. I forgot to watch this last year, and my mum was like, I want to watch a film. And I was like, do you want to watch this? And my sister was like, yeah, because it has Elizabeth Olsen in it, and she likes Marvel. So my mum was like, yeah, sure. And at first, I was like, okay, this is alright. I can see why people like this. It's an original concept. What? That's crazy. You never get original concepts nowadays. But like, the first hour is fine. It has good comedy aspects, but it doesn't really dive into like the more like thought-provoking aspects to it. But then like the last hour, it really makes you like think, would you rather spend the rest of your life with someone you spent your whole life with, or with someone who's waited their whole life for you? It's a tricky decision. My family, we had like a full-on discussion about this after the film had ended, and like, I love films like that. Like, when I finish a film, I should be like, okay, done. I should be like, so this and this and this, blah 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 blah, yeah. As well as it's like, it makes you think, which I think all movies should make you think. It's like a quote from like, I don't know, it's about Stanley Kubrick, but about the ending of 2001, how like, the ending, it makes no sense. But to some people, it does make sense. But to them people, it has different meanings, and I think that's what's great, and I think this does it quite well as well. Obviously, it's not on the level of Kubrick, but it is really good. And as well as it being like, it makes you think, the performance, it's so good because it's very funny. I don't really like laugh out loud when I'm watching a movie, but there were some moments in this one I did. It's actually very funny, and like, it's so like sad and emotional. Like, it really gets you. Like, these characters, they're quite like just generic people characters, but there's so much like to them, and I think it's his first film or a second film, the director, so shout out to you. It made me cry once. Oh, I can't say when because it spoils it. When she chooses one of them, it made me cry there, and it made my mum cry 3 times. And I was like, wow, I have like the best taste in movies. I've just chosen the best movie. And she loved it, and I'm like, that's good. I've chosen a good movie today. The Exorcist. Basically, for my college, I'm writing an essay right now comparing psychological horror to traditional horror, and I knew what I was going to do for psychological. At first I thought The Shining, but that's like a bit of both, so I was like, I can't do that. I'm gonna do The Lighthouse. I like The Lighthouse. It's a very good movie. But the thing is, I didn't know what to pick for a traditional horror. I just searched, what are the best horror films? The Exorcist was there. I was like, people love that. So I watched, and yeah, this is a pretty good movie. But what I'm comparing is how they create tension, because obviously they have like 2 very different approaches. But the thing is with this one, it's not as much a horror film, because like, I would say like a solid like 25 minutes of this is an actual horror film. But I think that works better for my essay, as like, I can home in on just them specific sections. I enjoyed this. It was quite good. I like when that one guy was just kind of like, let's just go see some movies. Me for real. Hamner. Is it gay to see this film with your homeboy? Because I don't care, because it's amazing. When I saw this was released, I looked at the director and I saw that she directed Eternals. Now, everyone just hates Eternals. I've never watched it. I don't think I will. I don't care. People hate Eternals. So I was like, should I watch this? But I'm really glad I did, because this is really good. Paul Mescal. What a snub at the Oscars. How do you not even get nominated? Tenet. Yeah. I understand this. Losers. I told myself I wouldn't rewatch films this year. Well, obviously, like, if I want to. But, like every year, I rewatch Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean, Avengers. I told myself I wouldn't do that, because I could watch something new, instead of just watching the same thing again. But no, 28 Years Later, Part 2 released, and I was like, I do not remember 28 Years Later at all, to be honest. So I rewatched it, and yeah, it's about the same as what I watched it the first time. The first like hour or so, kind of boring, not much happens. The second half, I love the second half. The second half is really good, but the first half is boring. Let's go see The Burn Temple. And we get to the cinema, we're like getting our tickets, and they're like, oh, can we have some ID please? Not to me, but to Linus, as Linus is a little baby. So yeah, we just didn't go. Linus is my friend, by the way. I probably should add that. I just didn't see this movie. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it when it comes out on streaming in a month or 2. I wasn't like definite on The Exorcist. I was like, okay, I need to watch some more to choose whether I'm gonna go with The Exorcist or something else. So I watched Eyes Without a Face, It Follows, Possession, and The Others. Eyes Without a Face, not scary at all. I realize it's like the other meaning of horror, where it's just kind of like, it has stuff, bad stuff in it. It follows, nothing happens. I just kind of know it from that shot of the like 8-foot tall guy walking down the corridor. Yeah, I'm not comparing It Follows to Lighthouse. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I watched Possession. Possession isn't a horror film. I don't know why it's classified as a horror film, but you know, whatever. I've always wanted to watch Possession. I've heard it's very good, and it seems like something I would like. No, don't like this. Not good. It's just kind of like she spazzes out and has sex with something, and then the guy from Jurassic Park is just kind of a chud. But the others, actually pretty good. I enjoyed the others. The others was my second choice after The Exorcist, and I did think the others was good, but I just think with similarities and differences, The Exorcist works a lot better with The Lighthouse, with like the religious aspect to it. Well, the others also has religious stuff to it, but it's just like a small part. But no, this is good. I enjoyed it. Not the scariest thing ever. Very good plot twist. Did not expect a plot twist in this, but it is just basically the same thing as Sixth Sense, but a bit different, so kind of less points for that. But no, this was actually quite good. La Haine, I think that's how you say it. Basically, I couldn't find Eyes Without a Face on streaming, but then BFI, British Film Industry, I don't know what it's called, it's something like that. They have a free trial. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'd get that just to watch Eyes Without a Face, since it's in Italian, I think. Oh, no, it's French, sorry. But no, they also had La Haine, which is also French. And I was like, this seems like a good movie, but also a fun movie. I think that's the best kind of movie. Like, because obviously, like, there's all them serious movies which are very good, but I don't want to watch that. I want to watch these random French guys just piss about while their friend is in a coma. Obviously, I don't know what France was like during this time in the 90s, but I think this perfectly encapsulates that kind of like rebellious, sorry, I'm trying to sound smart here. I think this like perfectly encapsulates that kind of like rebellious, like I can't say that word. You know what I'm saying? Youthfulness. That's such a hard word. Is that even a word? It's not a word. I'm just saying stuff. Youthfulness. Youthfulness. Yeah, youthfulness. That's what I'm trying to say. It captures it so well. I didn't realize this, but the main character, played by Vincent Cassel, I think that's how you say his name, was 29 when he played this character. I was fully convinced this is just like an 18-year-old actor. He's double the age of what he's playing, and he plays it so well. Not many movies can like encapsulate this kind of vibe that it's portraying, and like it just does it so well. I was like, this is a pretty good film. I'm gonna rate this a 4.5. But the ending, I was like, okay, I have to rate this a 5, because that's such a good ending. It's like the kind of what's the word? I do media, I should know the word. Open-ended, like a cliffhanger, you know? Punch-drunk love. I hate Adam Sandler. I don't find him funny, and he is an Israelite. It's two things that are very clash. I think that was a big reason why I didn't like Uncut Gems, just because it's him. So I was like, I want to watch Paul Thomas Anderson's films, but I have to watch Adam Sandler. Hopefully Paul Thomas Anderson will do some magic and somehow make me like him. And yeah, I enjoyed this. He just has a way of making movie magic. I don't know how he does it. The soundtrack is so cool. Like, I love how his soundtrack just kind of sounds like you're playing Breath of the Wild. Like, that was the first thing I thought of when watching One Battle After Another. I was just like, this sounds like the Hinox battles, when you just like have to fight one of the things in the field. It sounds like that. And it's the same with this one. I don't know who's doing these soundtracks, but shout out to you. Memories of Murder. Okay, the Bong Joon-ho ratio has been equaled out. So far, there's 2 good ones and 2 okay ones. But no, the vibes are crazy in this. Like, the mood is so amazing. I love like how everything is just like all green and grey. It's so good. And I also like the guy that just drop kicks people. That's his, like, he doesn't do anything in the film. He'll just be sat around and then just randomly he'll like shoot across the room and drop kick someone for no reason. I love it. He does it like 10 times. Like, I think he deserves an extra star for that. Following, which is Christopher Nolan, why I forget his name, Christopher Nolan's first short film. I just thought I'd get it out of the way. I didn't expect it to be good, and it was mid. But it's like, I like watching like a fair short film because you can see the director's style in like just like a short thing they did when I was like 20, and like it has like that ending that every Christopher Nolan movie has, and I was like, oh, that's cool. The Florida Project, I thought I was really gonna connect to this because it seems like that kind of movie. I'm sure a lot of people do have like a personal connection to this, but like the film adaptation, it's quite hard to do a film with no conflict. Obviously there is conflict, like just like little things, but there's like no main thing that's driving the plot. And like the first hour or so is just kind of like kids messing around. The child actors, and they're very good, but it's just kind of like I'm just watching children just play around. And like, sure, if you want to watch that, sure. But then the conflict actually does arrive, but it's in the last 40 minutes. Basically they just get kicked out the apartment. It's kind of like, oh, okay, this is gonna go somewhere, and then it doesn't. It's just kind of like, I don't really get the point of the movie, like what we trying to say here? Because as a director you can easily just go to some kids and go, hey, just mess around for a bit, and that's just kind of feels what it is. Like obviously like the cinematography and like the colours, very nice, very pretty. There's no story, it don't grab you, but the ending is quite sweet, so you know. Enemy, I know the spider means something, but I'm not smart enough to know what does the spider mean. Please tell me in the comments. I just know there's a big spider walking through the city, and then he like walks in his room as a spider. The sounds of the lambs. It's cool that they turned that scene from Zootopia 2 and like that scene from The Office into like a full movie. I just think that's really good. I love adapting things. Return to Silent Hill, a movie already con the title of worst film of 2026, only like a few weeks in, and we already have this. Do I know what the Silent Hill games are about? No. I assume there's a hill and you have to be quiet on it. And he returned to that hill in this film. But this was the first film that I watched that released in the year of 2026, so that was good start to the year. This film's gonna be great for films. But yeah, I had no idea what was happening, as well as I'm like, this is terrible. Because don't scrutinize me, but I should be able to watch this film if I don't know what the game's about. And also, I went with people who have played the game, and they was like, that has nothing to do with the game. So I'm just like, what is this film? Like, I don't know how this gets made like this. Everything. Have you seen the beard they use? It's like, they literally just went on eBay, searched beard, fake beard, and he got like the first one and put it on the guy. It's so bad. We realised that the film wasn't gonna be good, so instead of actually watching a film, we just pissed about in the cinema. Like, we were just throwing popcorn at each other, and it was kind of like the low taper fade meme with like the tiniest little reference to that. We would be like, return to Silent Hill. Like when he walked into town, I was like, guys, he's returning to Silent Hill. And there's like a scene where he gets a letter. We was like, imagine if it says from Silent Hill, and then he goes, I guess I have to return to Silent Hill. Then the title card plays. That would be so cool, but no, they didn't do that. So I should have made it. Why didn't I make this film? It would have been so much more better. Also the CGI is horrible. It literally looks like like some points I was like, are they using clips from the game? Because it looks like the game. You might think, oh, that's kind of cool. No, it looks like a 2010 like Ubisoft game. That's not a good thing. Mulholland Drive. I don't have anything to say. Rental Family. This one I feel is quite similar to Okja, because Okja, it made me quite emotional at some points, and so did this, because the writing, like the story, it's so bland and basic. Couldn't we have just like wrote something more to this? But then also like the emotion, like I don't know how they do it. Like, how do you have like kind of like lazily written story, but then like make it so emotional? I don't understand how you do that. So shout out to the director for that. But the comedy is just kind of like, oh, look at this guy, he's silly. And I have never seen Brendan Fraser in any movies. Never watched The Mummy, never watched The Whale, but he was fine in this. Like, he's funny a little bit. When he's sad, I just pictured that one image of the whale. The Prestige. I didn't expect this to be like a typical Nolan. I probably should have, since like his first film was like, and this is his first film, right? Oh, Insomnia was before this. I didn't know that. But no, I wasn't expecting this to be like Nolan style, but it actually was. You get to the end and it's like, oh my god, crazy reveal. It's a plot twist. And it's good because there's like 3 plot twists at the end. No, this film could have been like really good, but they didn't do like punching babies in public pranks. So like, that's so hard. Punching babies in public prank. That's so hard to say. Punching babies in public prank. You can't do it. And I've been ill for a week, and I don't really want to watch like a movie while I'm ill. I was messing with my cat, and I did the Lion King, the thing where you hold him up. I was like, I haven't watched the Lion King since I was like 10. So I was just like, yeah, I'll watch The Lion King again. Yeah, this is still a good movie. I can enjoy it as a child and enjoy it as an adult. I'm officially an adult now. And then since I've been ill, I watched Ratatouille, also a perfect film. And then I watched Shrek and Shrek 2. I didn't realize Shrek 2 comes like directly right after Shrek 1. And then I watched Ex Machina again, because I was at my dad's house and I was like, do you want to watch this? And he was like, yeah, sure. So, and yep, that's also a good movie. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next month for February's films. I will be talking about Iron Lung, Wuthering Heights, Charlie XCX movie maybe. Something else. I don't know. Bye.